Let's rip the Band-Aid off. You've been lied to. Again and again. Fed the same rotten gospel since you were old enough to clock in and shut up. Work hard, and the world will reward you. Grind long enough, and you'll get yours. Sacrifice now, retire later. Bullshit. The streets are littered with corpses who lived by that code. Dead eyes, broken backs, bank accounts on life support. And worst of all, they died loyal to a game that never wanted them to win. You want the real truth? You want the disgusting, unfiltered, dirty truth about how people actually get rich? It's not about hard work. It's about working on the right thing, with the right vehicle, at the right time, with financial discipline, sharp enough to cut your own ego apart. The sad part? People are grinding in reverse, spending 40 years driving a beat-up, busted-down vehicle that was never designed to reach freedom. And it's not because they're lazy. It's because no one told them there was a better way. They didn't know they could fly. You can outwork everyone in your neighborhood. You can stack hours like bricks. You can bleed for a boss who forgets your name the moment you clock out. But none of that matters if you're sprinting in the wrong direction. Effort without direction is a glorified tragedy. Ask yourself, if two people want to cross the ocean, one builds a raft with their bare hands, and the other buys a plane ticket. Who's smarter? Who gets there faster? Who suffers less? But more importantly, who ends up with energy left to enjoy the other side? This is the mistake millions make. They equate pain with progress. But pain alone is not noble. Pain without results is wasted suffering. You want to be a martyr? Go ahead. But don't confuse that with freedom, because martyrs don't win. Strategists do. Now here's the uncomfortable part. You probably already know there are better vehicles. Digital products, online leverage, AI tools that multiply your efforts, automate your systems, give you scale. But knowing isn't enough. The real question is, why haven't you done anything about it? Let's not pretend. This isn't a knowledge problem. It's a discipline problem. Financial discipline is the art of telling yourself no today, so you can scream yes tomorrow. It means cutting the Netflix, canceling the third delivery of the week, building a war chest, learning the boring stuff, and investing in tools, skills, and systems that make money while you sleep. But that's not sexy, is it? That's not what the dopamine-addicted crowd wants to hear. They want a motivational quote, a 15-second reel, a secret hack. We don't do that here. At GrimFace Financial, we don't hand out sugar. We hand you the knife and tell you to carve your future out of stone. Because that's what it takes. Cold, quiet, ruthless financial discipline. Not just to build wealth, but to hold on to it. Let me confess something. I don't feel pride. I feel guilt. When I walk the streets of cities like New York, I see people working harder than I've ever worked. At 5 a.m., in the cold. Delivery drivers, janitors, construction crews grinding through hell. And I think to myself, why me? Why did I make it when they're still stuck? And the answer cuts like a knife. Because I knew better. Because someone, or something, cracked the illusion for me. I saw the better vehicle, and I had the discipline to step into it. It wasn't luck. It was choice. And that's why this message isn't just motivation. It's a moral obligation. Because if you're hearing this, your eyes are open now. You can't pretend anymore. You don't get to go back. And if you know there's a better vehicle, If you know there's a smarter path, but you still choose the grind, the paycheck-to-paycheck purgatory, the dopamine traps, then you deserve every brick that hits you. Not because you're not trying, but because you chose not to act when you finally saw the blueprint. You're alive in the most explosive, opportunistic, ruthlessly fair time in human history. The internet leveled the playing field. AI leveled it again. It doesn't matter if you're 19 or 59, poor or middle class, broken or rebuilding. Right now, you have access to business models that scale infinitely, platforms that take payments while you sleep, tools that let you build once and earn forever, communities where knowledge moves faster than governments. So if you're still broke in 5 years, it's not the world's fault. It's yours. And yeah, that stings. But pain is clarity. And clarity leads to power, if you have the guts to use it. Don't mistake this for arrogance. I'm not better than you. I'm not special. I just played the game differently. I picked the vehicle that honored my time. Digital products, systems, automation, discipline over delusion. And I built something once that sells forever. You can too. But you have to kill the part of you that believes this has to be hard, that you're meant to suffer, that struggle equals success, that budgeting is boring, that investing is scary, that saving is for suckers. Kill that version of you, because that version dies broke. There's no such thing as get rich quick, but there is get rich quicker. There's no such thing as easy, but there is easier. There's no teleportation, but there is the plane. And the only thing stopping you from getting on that plane is your fear of the unknown, your addiction to comfort, your lack of financial discipline. If you can kill those three, you're free. So here's the question. Are you brave enough to betray the struggle? To step out of the cult of hard work above all, and into the world where leverage, intelligence, and discipline build empires? Or are you going to keep waking up early just to drown quietly? This is your moment. Not the loud, glamorous kind. The dark, cold, whisper in the mirror kind. Where you either choose a better path or die on the wrong one with honor that no one will remember. Lesson 1. Kill the illusion. Wake up from the lie. They told you hard work was the answer. That if you gave it your all, one day you'd have the life you wanted. That pain would equal progress. That sweat would translate into freedom. They were wrong. And if you don't unlearn that lie, you will die loyal to a system that feeds off your exhaustion. Let's be clear. Hard work is a prerequisite to anything meaningful in life. But hard work alone? It's a prison without walls. If you're running at full speed, in the wrong direction, all you're doing is getting lost faster. So here's the truth. Success doesn't come from how hard you work. It comes from what you work on. Your problem isn't laziness. It's misdirection. And that misdirection was planted deep by schools, media, tradition, and the broke culture of overglorified struggle. You've been trained to chase effort, not outcome. You're being rewarded for staying tired, not getting free. You're being celebrated for being busy, not being effective. Let that sink in. What does this lie look like? It looks like waking up at 5 a.m. to grind, but having nothing to show for it after a year. Working 2 jobs, and still struggling to pay rent. Trading your time for money in a job that caps your upside and drains your soul. Living for Friday night, because the rest of the week is just survival. You're told, just work harder. But the janitor works hard. The delivery driver works hard. The warehouse loader, the restaurant cook, the overnight nurse, they all work harder than most millionaires. And yet, they're broke. Not because they aren't good people, not because they're not trying, but because they're loyal to the wrong vehicle. They're walking while others fly. No, it's not fair. It's not fair that people who work the hardest often earn the least. It's not fair that effort doesn't automatically translate into results. It's not fair that discipline without direction is worthless. But life doesn't care about fairness. It rewards strategy. It rewards awareness. It rewards those who stop sprinting blindly and start building maps. This lesson hurts because it kills your identity. It forces you to admit that maybe you've wasted years, not because you're stupid, but because you were misled. But that pain, it's sacred. It's the beginning of your real transformation. Because now, you see the illusion. The assignment. Expose the delusion. This isn't theoretical. You're going to audit your reality, and it's going to feel like a punch to the throat. Step 1. Track your time. For 1 full week, write down what you do every hour, every task, every break, every habit. Then highlight what actually moves your life forward financially. Most people will realize that 80 to 90% of their day is spent either escaping discomfort or maintaining mediocrity. Be brutally honest. Step 2. Analyze your income sources. Where does your money actually come from? Is it tied to time? Can it scale? Will it pay you while you sleep? If the answer is no, then your vehicle is broken. You're walking to your destination with bloodied feet, while others are boarding jets. Step 3. Study the 80-20 rule. 80% of your results come from 20% of your actions. So what's the 20% in your life? What's the 80% that's just noise, motion, theater? List it. Burn the excess. Refuse to spend another year pretending busyness is the same as progress. Step 4. Ask the mirror a hard question. If I continue doing what I'm doing now, what will my life look like in 5 years? No delusion, no dreams, just trajectory, just reality. If the answer is a quiet horror, good. That's what you needed to feel, because pain sharpens the blade, and you're going to need a sharp one to cut yourself out of this mess. The shift. This lesson isn't about motivation. It's about clarity. You are where you are because of what you've been working on, not how hard you've been working. That truth can break you or build you. But it's yours now, and you can't unknow it. Let others chase pain like it's a badge of honor. Let them stay on the treadmill. Let them die exhausted, chasing rewards that were never meant for them. You kill the illusion. You burn the false gospel. You walk away from effort without outcome, because now you see, and now you choose. Lesson 2. Choose your vehicle, the map to freedom. You've killed the illusion. You've accepted the brutal truth. Hard work alone is a rigged game. Now what? Now you choose. You choose the vehicle that will take you from the life you're in to the life you were meant to build, not the life you were told to settle for. Because here's the reality no one wants to confront. You are not broke because you're lazy. You're broke because you chose the wrong path. And until you pick a different one, a smarter one, you will stay trapped. Financial purgatory, endless grind, no leverage, no escape. It doesn't matter how early you wake up. It doesn't matter how much coffee you drink. If your ladder is leaning against the wrong wall, you climb faster, only to realize you're in the wrong building. You must choose a vehicle that honors your time, multiplies your effort, and breaks the ceiling off your income. Otherwise, the grind is permanent. What is a vehicle? It's the machine, the system, the business model, the leverage point that converts your time, skills, and focus into freedom. There are millions of people who are not smarter than you, not more talented than you, not even more disciplined than you. But they chose a better vehicle. They picked scalable modern models. They picked money machines instead of hamster wheels. And now they fly while you sprint. Not because they're better, because they're wiser. No, not every path leads to freedom. Most roads lead to burnout. Most jobs lead to regret. Most opportunities are just illusions in disguise. The sad part? The world is full of talented people stuck in dead-end lanes, grinding in outdated vehicles with flat tires and no GPS. And they think it's noble. It's not noble. It's a slow death. So let's get tactical. Let's dissect the vehicles that actually work. The 5 vehicles of leverage. These are modern models, proven, scalable, ruthless, each one capable of replacing your income or exploding it. You don't need all 5. You need to master one. 1. Digital products, the most pure, profitable vehicle in existence. Create once, sell forever. Ebooks, courses, templates, software. Your knowledge becomes an asset. Margins are insane. Scalability is infinite. You control the system. You own the pipeline. You get paid in your sleep. 2nd, content monetization. Build a personal brand. Teach, entertain, or document. Monetize through sponsorships, affiliate offers, merch, or your own products. If done right, content becomes capital. Your voice becomes currency. 3rd, affiliate marketing. You don't need your own product. You become the bridge between buyers and products and get paid every time someone walks across. No fulfillment, no inventory, no excuses. Just copywriting, traffic, and precision targeting. 4, software, SaaS, the king of recurring revenue. Build a tool, solve a problem, and people pay monthly forever. Yes, it takes time. Yes, it takes capital. But if you want to build an empire, this is the throne. 5, automated services or e-commerce. Productize a skill. Automate fulfillment. Outsource what you don't want to do. Leverage teams. Use AI. Run lean. Never trade your time directly for dollars again. Pick one, then go all in. Don't dabble. Don't browse. Don't delay. Pick the one that aligns with your skills, temperament, and vision, and go to war with it. If you're creative and like teaching, digital products. If you're charismatic and enjoy talking, content. If you want hands-off profit, affiliate. If you're analytical and want scale, SaaS. If you want quick cash flow and own a skill, productized service. But pick, because indecision is its own prison, and every day you stay on the fence, someone else builds what you're afraid to start. The assignment. Choose and commit. You're not allowed to keep researching. You're not allowed to keep watching from the sidelines. Pick your vehicle today and build your next 90 days around it. Step 1. Eliminate distraction. Unfollow any creator or platform pushing shiny object syndrome. This is war. Focus is a weapon. Protect it. Step 2. Choose your model. Write it down. Declare it. Burn the bridge behind you. You're in the business of freedom now. Everything else is noise. Step 3. Follow the blueprints. Find 3 people crushing it in your chosen model. Reverse engineer what they're doing. Not to copy, but to understand what works. Consume their content like you're studying for war. Step 4. Define your first win. Set a 90-day objective. Make it clear, specific, and measurable. Launch your first digital product. Land your first affiliate commission. Post 30 pieces of content in 30 days. Build your MVP for your first SaaS product. Don't fantasize. Execute. The shift. You were raised to believe that income equals time, that you need to work more to earn more, that growth has to hurt, that money comes slowly, that era is dead. We are in the age of leverage, the age of intelligent design, the age of freedom for those ruthless enough to seize it. The right vehicle will not just get you there faster, it will change who you are on the way. It will force you to think differently, operate strategically, and commit relentlessly. You don't rise to the level of your dreams. You rise to the level of your vehicle. So choose wisely. And once you do, don't look back. Lesson 3. Develop financial discipline. The sword that cuts the fat. You've killed the illusion. You've chosen your vehicle. Now comes the part that separates the tourists from the soldiers. Discipline. Everyone wants freedom, but no one wants to bleed for it. Everyone wants passive income, but they spend like consumers and plan like children. Let's get something straight. You don't need more money. You need more control. Your income problem is a discipline problem. Your savings problem is a spending problem. Your investment problem is a focus problem. This world doesn't reward potential. It rewards execution. And execution is built on financial discipline. No, budgeting is not optional. You think budgeting is beneath you? You think it's for broke people? That's exactly why you're broke. Millionaires budget. Billionaires track everything. Because freedom is math, not magic. The moment you start treating your money like a weapon, with precision, structure, and accountability, you start building wealth instead of chasing it. What is financial discipline? It's not being cheap. It's not hoarding. It's not some frugal aesthetic for YouTube minimalists. It's control over your impulses, over your environment, over your future. It's the ruthless refusal to let the system use your mind against you. Because every ad, every notification, every piece of propaganda is designed to steal from you time, energy, money, and most people, they say yes to all of it. Financial discipline is saying no when it's inconvenient. It's saying no when it hurts. It's saying no when your entire nervous system is screaming for comfort. Why most people stay poor? It's not because they don't earn enough. It's because they burn everything they touch. They're addicted to small dopamine, new clothes, streaming subscriptions, takeout meals, all of it designed to bury your ambition beneath the warm blanket of mediocrity. The system is rigged to make you tired, then sell you the cure, and you buy it. Because you don't track, you don't plan, you just react. No, that's not an accident. That's design. Until you break the cycle, you'll always be running on a treadmill, moving fast, going nowhere. The assignment: train the blade. It's time to build discipline like a soldier, not just for today, but for life. If you master this, you can be broke and still dangerous. Step 1. Track every dollar. For the next 30 days, write down every transaction. Manually. No apps. Make yourself feel the weight of your decisions. You're not allowed to spend money mindlessly. Every dollar is a vote for your future or your failure. Step 2. Build a ruthless budget. Use a zero-based system. Every dollar gets a job. Cut 30% of your current spending. Immediately. Not gradually. Now cut entertainment, cut food delivery, cut monthly subscriptions. Anything that doesn't make money or improve you is a luxury, and luxuries are earned, not assumed. Step 3. Build a runway fund. This is your oxygen mask. 3 to 6 months of living expenses, untouched, liquid, and sacred. This isn't just security. This is power. This is the confidence to walk away from toxic work and never kneel again. Step 4. Say no. Say no to the weekend trips. No to the Uber Eats. No to the upgrades, the flexes, the trends. Say no until it burns. Until you feel naked. Until people start asking what's wrong with you. Then say it again and again until you're free. The shift. You thought financial freedom was about stacking money. It's not. It's about mastering the machine that earns and spends it. Most people are slaves to their paycheck, to their habits, to their own mind. They can't save, can't invest, can't wait, because they've trained themselves to crave comfort now and mortgage the rest of their life to have it. Not you. You build cold. You build hard. You build like a surgeon with a scalpel, not a child with a toy. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is a gateway drug to freedom. And the world doesn't teach you this, because the world profits from your weakness. No, you can't skip this step. You want systems. You want investments. You want your money working for you? Good. But your money won't work for you until you learn how to work for it. If you can't manage $1,000, you'll never manage $100,000. If you can't say no at $3,000 a month, you'll be broke at $30,000 a month. More money just makes you more of what you already are. You can't cheat this. You can't fake this. You can only live it or lie. Lesson 4. Build leverage. Multiply or die. Discipline gives you control. Control gives you margin. But margin means nothing unless you multiply it. This is the turning point. The phase where you stop surviving and start scaling. Where you shift from being a worker to being a weapon. You've bled for clarity. You've chosen your vehicle. You forged discipline with fire. Now it's time to make your money move without you. Because here's the raw, final truth. If your income is still tied to your time, you're not free. You're rented. And when your energy runs out, so does your money. When you burn out, your entire life halts. That's not wealth. That's slavery on a higher floor. No, you're not free yet. Don't let a high income fool you. If you still have to show up to get paid, you're a prisoner. If your business dies when you take a week off, you've built a cage with gold bars. This is the mistake most entrepreneurs make. They go from trading time for money to trading more time for more money. It feels good for a while, but eventually the body breaks. The brain burns. The soul quits. Wealth is not just about earning. It's about escaping. An escape requires leverage. What is leverage? Leverage is the silent multiplier. It is what allows you to do less and earn more, to build once and get paid forever, to step away and still win. It comes in 3 forms: time leverage, systems, automation, delegation. Financial leverage, using capital to generate more capital. Knowledge leverage, building assets from your mind. If you're not using at least one of them, you're standing in a war zone with no armor. And it's only a matter of time before life lands the final blow. The myth of the solo hero. Too many of you are addicted to struggle. You want to do it all yourself. You want to feel noble for carrying the weight alone. That's not power. That's ego. The real power? Letting the machine carry the weight. Letting systems replace sweat. Letting automation eat your to-do list while you sleep. Your goal is not to be busy. Your goal is to become functionally irrelevant to the income you earn. That's leverage. That's freedom. The assignment. Build the machine. The war begins now. You are no longer allowed to rely on linear effort. Everything you build must multiply. Step 1. Identify what can scale. Look at your current skill set or side hustle. Ask, if I disappeared for 30 days, would it still generate income? If the answer is no, it's not a system. It's a leash. You must rebuild it. Choose one model. Digital products, courses, ebooks, templates, software, content engines, YouTube, blog, newsletter, podcast, affiliate networks, reviews, SEO, automation, subscription models, memberships, SaaS, digital communities. Pick one, not all. Build it deep. Make it bleed money while you sleep. Step 2, create your first asset. This is your foundation. Something that can be sold, downloaded, repeated, licensed, or automated. It does not need to be perfect. It needs to exist. A PDF, a mini course, a newsletter funnel, a template, a product review. You are no longer a consumer. You are a creator of systems. Step 3, automate the delivery. Set up the tools. Email, autoresponders, payment processors, Stripe, PayPal, landing pages, scheduling platforms, chatbots, content templates. The goal, remove your hands from the wheel without crashing the vehicle. Step 4, build the funnel. Traffic in, value out. Turn strangers into leads, leads into buyers, buyers into loyalists. Learn copywriting, learn marketing psychology. Study persuasion like your life depends on it, because financially, it does. The shift. You were raised to believe that effort equals outcome, that more input meant more reward, that you needed to work harder to earn more. No, you need to build machines. You need to create systems. You need to multiply or die. Wealth isn't built by hustle. It's built by structure. Your job now is simple. Create systems that generate income. Improve them relentlessly. Remove yourself from the process over time. That's the quiet game no one tells you about. That's the road to power. Because when your money works harder than you win. No, it's not too early. It's not too late. You think you need more experience, more credentials, more followers? No, you need to start. You need to fail fast and refine faster. You need to stop being the product and start building them. You don't need another course. You need momentum. Lesson 5. Reinvent your identity. Stay ruthless or rot. By now, you've killed the illusion. You've chosen your vehicle. You've forged discipline. You've built leverage. But there's one final enemy. One more wall between you and the life you're here to build. The old you. Because if you think you can drag your old self into your new life, if you think you can bring your excuses, your impulses, your emotional addictions, and still rise, you're already dead. This lesson isn't about money. It's about the operating system that controls how you think, act, and move. You don't need another tactic. You don't need another tool. You need a new identity. Because the man or woman you are today is not built to handle the wealth you claim to want. No, you can't keep your old self. You can't keep your spending habits. You can't keep your self-image. You can't keep your comfort zone, your lazy patterns, your fragile ego. They are the chains. And you've been wearing them like jewelry. You can't just change what you do. You must change who you are. The broke mindset doesn't die on its own. It has to be hunted, confronted, strangled, buried, until there's no trace left. Until you no longer identify as someone who tolerates mediocrity in any form. The power of identity. Every action you take is a reflection of who you believe you are. If you think you're a spender, you'll spend. If you think you're bad with money, you'll stay broke. If you think success is for other people, you'll sabotage every win you get. This is why most people fail. They try to change their behavior while keeping the same identity. They try to install new software on a broken operating system. No, the operating system must be replaced. And it starts with a decision. The assignment. Rebuild from ashes. You must dismantle your false self and forge a new one. From principle, from pain, and from truth. This isn't therapy. It's war. Step 1. Write a death letter. Write a brutal obituary for the old you. List every trait that kept you small, every excuse, every bad habit, every pattern of failure. Then write, this version of me no longer exists, and believe it. Step 2. Define the new identity. Write, I am the type of person who, and finish the sentence 20 times. Example, I am the type of person who finishes what I start. I am the type of person who controls my emotions in chaos. I am the type of person who builds systems, not routines. I am the type of person who earns more than I spend, always. This becomes your new operating code. Read it daily. Speak it until it burns. Step 3. Audit your circle. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. If you're surrounded by weak minds, broke thinkers, and dopamine addicts, cut them out. Yes, even family, especially friends. They either pull you back into who you were or sharpen who you are becoming. You choose. Step 4. Upgrade your inputs. Your digital diet is programming your identity. What you consume, you become. Delete the apps. Unfollow the noise. Eliminate anything that normalizes laziness, comfort, or mediocrity. Replace it with books, voices, and tools that shape the mind you need to have. Curate your consciousness, ruthlessly. To those who've been walking with us since the beginning, the ones who faced the mirror, killed their old selves, and chosen discipline over distraction, we see you. We respect you. You are GrimFace. You are the black sheep, the ones building in silence while the world burns loud. And to the new ones, you found this for a reason. Maybe it was timing. Maybe it was desperation. Maybe it was fate. Doesn't matter. What matters is what you do now. This isn't a channel. This is a movement. A rebellion against mediocrity. A blueprint for power. A home for those who refuse to kneel. So if you're tired of the lies, if you're done trading hours for breadcrumbs, if you're ready to tear yourself apart and rebuild in the image of strength, subscribe. Join the GrimFace movement. Not just to learn, but to become. Because this world doesn't need more talkers. It needs more builders. More killers, more warriors with fire in their veins and systems in their hands. Welcome to the dark side of discipline. We'll see you in the next one. Stay ruthless.